I will never can another tomato. Freeze drying is something that has saved me so much time in my life. If you're a preserver or interested in preserving, I really recommend that you look into freeze drying. And if you want to learn more about it, check out the link below that I have for you, because we are getting ready to release a brand new freeze drying class. And right now I have a special wait list going where you can win a freeze dryer. You get a chance to win a freeze dryer just by being over on the wait list. Not only that, but we're giving away all sorts of free goodies, some training, some exclusive videos, and you will get the opportunity to purchase the brand new Abundant Pantry freeze drying masterclass at the best price offer that you will ever see it. It will never come out at this price again. So we want to go check out that wait list at the link below for your chance to win a freeze dryer. It used to be that when it was time to harvest tomatoes, I would have to clear a lot of space on my schedule because canning tomatoes takes a lot of time. First of all, you have to wash them up, you have to core them and give them a nice little cross slit on their bottoms so you can drop them into boiling waters just to fish them out, drop them into cold water and get their peels off. And that's before you ever even start chopping or de-seeding them, and long before you ever get out your canner. But now, with my new special secret tool, preserving tomatoes only takes me a few minutes, and I'm going to show you how. Check out this tray of tomatoes that I just pulled out of my freeze dryer. These are so amazing because they only took me a couple of minutes to get onto this tray. It was so easy. I'm going to show you how I do it in just a minute, but I want to show you what this looks like. So these are diced tomatoes and they are completely dry after going through my freeze dryer. And you can see that I'm just like scooping them off the tray with my fingers. They've turned into almost little chunks of tomato with little bits of tomato powder between them. This is my secret weapon in the kitchen. I have got to say, I absolutely love my freeze dryer because it gives me so many different options. I'm going to show you what I mean. When I go to package these, it's so easy. I just go ahead and take jars, and I'm going to show you a trick. I really like these pint-sized jars for this because once you rehydrate them, you can rehydrate them right in the jar. You have essentially a 15, 16 ounce can that would replace tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, whatever it is, even tomato paste if you want it, that you'd get from the grocery store. So I'm just going to crunch this up a little bit and put these right on into these jars. Canning tomatoes used to take me literally a week worth of time every single summer. It would take me full hard days to do batch after batch of tomatoes, getting enough done for my family for winter. But now that I'm using a freeze dryer for my tomatoes, I will never can another tomato because this has saved me literally at least a week of work every single year by freeze drying these tomatoes instead. Now I can do an entire bushel batch of tomatoes, get them preserved in under about 10 minutes of work time, active work time. I love having that kind of time freedom. To preserve them well for long-term storage, I want to pop a little oxygen absorber in the top. And I can open this one again when I do another batch and add a little more to it. Oop. I'm going to vacuum seal them down. Look at how easy that was to get packaged. Now all I have to do is label them with the year and the contents, and get them on the shelf, they're gonna sit there for years and be in incredibly great shape. This isn't gonna last for years on my shelf because we're going to eat this sometime this winter. But hey, let me show you how easy it is to get these tomatoes onto your freeze dryer trays and actually process them in the freeze dryer. When you have good quality tomatoes like these that are coming actually right off of a local farm by us, our tomatoes are not ripe yet, it's a little too early, then you just want to make sure to give them a quick rinse. You shouldn't have to scrub them or anything like that, and they should be really good tomatoes that are nice and firm. If that's the case and they're nice and fresh, I don't even worry about coring them for this method. You could if you wanted, but for me, I'm not going to. I'm just going to cut them to make sure that they're going to fit into my food processor. And in my food processor, I have it fitted with a dicing blade. Everybody always asks about this, so I'll put a link to this whole setup for you guys down in the description, because this tool alone has saved me so much time, probably hours every week in my kitchen. But it's a dicer kit that comes with a food processor. A lot of food processors have these options now. They're kind of like extra add-on accessories. So you can look and see if there's one available for your food processor, or you can take a look at this Breville. It's kind of expensive, but boy, it saves me a lot of time. Okay, there we have it. You can see how fast that goes. It just runs them right on through. Now, if I was gonna do any more, I would just go ahead and remove this, pull some out, and dump this out, and then move on. Like put the pieces back together, and just go ahead and run some more through here. But as it is, this is really easy to just pour these right on to my freeze dryer tray. Look at that. These are beautiful diced tomatoes. And that's all the work I have to do. All I have to do now is stick them into the machine, push start, and let the machine do its work until it's time to pull them out about 24 to 36 hours later. Freeze drying is a method of preservation that utilizes a scientific theory called sublimation. Essentially what it does is it freezes your food and then it kicks on a vacuum pump to reduce the atmospheric pressure inside the freeze dryer. And by doing that, it reduces the boiling point of food all the way down to about -20 to -40 degrees, which means that the moisture is removed from your food without heating it above a frozen state. What that means is that your food maintains most of its nutrition. It also maintains the way it looks and a whole lot of flavor. So this is a great way to get the moisture out of your food so that it becomes shelf stable, and doing it only at a touch of a button, because the machine knows how to do all the different steps and it does them all for you. That was pretty easy, but let's see how to use them once they're on the shelf. Now, since I have them packaged in these 16-ounce or pint-sized jars, that means that essentially one of these is going to become like a can of tomatoes that you would buy from the grocery store. Using them is really easy. First, I'm gonna open my jar. Make sure you remove the oxygen absorber. That's exactly why we put them on the top instead of on the bottom of the jar. If I want diced tomatoes, I'm just gonna take my freshly boiled water and fill it right on up to about the 16-ounce line. I'm gonna put the lid back on and let this sit for just a minute, and then it's gonna be ready to dump into whatever recipe I wanna use it with. Now, what if I want something a little bit more like tomato sauce rather than diced tomatoes? I can do two things. If I don't mind a little bit of texture to my tomato sauce, I can just hand crunch this with a wooden spoon right inside my jar. This is really easy and just takes a few seconds. If you want a really, really smooth tomato sauce, the thing to do is to stick this into a very dry food processor or a blender and turn this into a powder. Just a few seconds of crunching. You can also crumble it up with your fingers. It'll turn to powder really easily, just like that. And then I'm going to fill that up with that same bit of water. Now you can control how juicy you want your tomatoes to be. Do you want them to be really juicy, more like a tomato juice? Just add a little bit more water. If you want them to be thicker, like a nice thick sauce, then you can add a little bit less water. Now, what if you want something like a tomato paste? Essentially, you treat it just like a tomato sauce, where you're gonna go ahead and crunch it down, make it into a nice powder. You know, in my house, I never try to get it perfectly smooth. We like a little bit of texture, but I do crunch it down a little bit here. And then you're only going to fill this up just with as much liquid as it takes to moisten the whole thing. And there you're going to have a very, very nice, dense tomato paste that you can use for all sorts of cooking. Look at that. It only took me a couple of minutes to process all of this as far as active work time. And I have 3 different amazing products just sitting on my shelf. Not only that, but when you freeze dry your tomatoes, you actually lock in about 97% of their nutrition, including some of the heat sensitive vitamins, which is absolutely amazing. So now you have a great tasting, absolutely like fresh out of the garden, tomato dice, tomato sauce, or tomato paste whenever you want it.